Hey everybody, hey, the Oakland A's are making everyone happy. I mean, not only did they manage to back into the playoffs, uh, thanks to the New York Yankees who beat the Devil Rays 5-1, but you know what? That's on the field. Off the field, and up until this point, secretly, frankly, uh, the Athletics made an offer to the County of Alameda to buy out the county's share of the Coliseum Complex, not just the stadium, but the whole shebang, including the debt situation. So how we got there really stretches back to 2014 and the very nasty set of conversations between the Oakland Athletics, and which then managed by Lou Wolf, or at least from a ownership perspective. He was the managing owner, and the Coliseum Joint Powers Authority, and then prior to the Coliseum Joint Powers Authority, in terms of hierarchy, the City of Oakland and the County of Alameda. Things were so bad that Larry Reed, Oakland District 7 council member, said there were just simply too many cooks in the kitchen. That feeling morphed into an idea originally created then that the City of Oakland should own the Coliseum Complex entirely without the county being involved. And at that point it was thought, okay, well, hey, you know what? Oakland, buy it out. Then that talk died down for a few months until it resurfaced in May of 2015 when a very frustrated Nate Miley put out a press release after a meeting at the Oakland Raiders headquarters saying, we're done, we want no parts of this, we want the city to buy us out, we're tired of being in the sports business. And that was after Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf became mayor, which happened that November of 2014. So that set in motion a number of very earnest discussions about the city buying out the county. But if you think about it, it doesn't make any sense for the city to do that. First of all, the whole notion of the city buying out the county and what the Joint Powers Authority can and cannot do rests in what I contend is a collective misunderstanding of the power of the Joint Powers Authority. For example, in 2014, Oakland District 2, or then Oakland District 2 Councilmember Pat Kernahan said that the Joint Powers Authority had no business being involved in stadium-related development discussions. But Pat obviously didn't read Section 6505 of the enabling legislation, which goes from 6500 in the California Government Code to 6539, which basically says, hey, if, for example, if two entities, let's say the City of Oakland and the County of Alameda, which have power of economic development and redevelopment, decide to produce a Joint Powers Authority, the powers they have are automatically transferred to, guess what, that Joint Powers Authority, meaning Kernahan is wrong. But see, Pat just went on with what she thought was the idea. And that's one example among many of how we got to this point. But I digress. So what happened was that because of the initial rancor, and then in 2014, and then Miley's just throw up his hands frustration in 2015, and subsequent discussions since then, relations between the City of Oakland and the County of Alameda are at their worst they've been in years. In fact, I can't remember a time with respect to the Coliseum they have been as bad as they are when you factor in the mayor's office. There are people in the Alameda County Board of Supervisors who simply do not want to speak with Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf on this issue of the Coliseum. They don't want to be involved with her on this, okay, on this specific issue. I'm not talking about anything else. And so Mayor Schaaf, to her credit, has not made any comments negative to them, at least that I've heard, but she simply kept her nose down and tried to find a solution that basically gets them out of her way. And the idea was having the City of Oakland gain money in some way to buy out Alameda County. steps forward the Oakland Athletics and Dave Cavall. And it is not by coincidence, I say, that Mayor Schaaf has an excellent relationship, with A's president, Dave Cavall. And I believe it may be somewhere in that relationship where that produced the idea where the Athletics acquire the county share of the Coliseum, thereby basically saving the city of Oakland from looking like a fool. Think about it. The city pays the County of Alameda $90 million, right? The A stadium that will be built is going to be privately financed. It doesn't matter if it's at the Coliseum or even at Howard Terminal. But look, the A's intend to build a privately financed stadium. What that means from the city perspective and the county perspective is new property tax revenue from a new owner, and all of the other sales tax and other tax revenues that the County of Alameda would collect. So the county would basically get $90 million from the City of Oakland, and then money that's new money, and then more new money from the Oakland Athletics. And what does Oakland get? Expenditures, you know? So it doesn't make any sense at all. This removes that bit of foolishness. Score 1 for Libby. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark Oakland News Now blog. Thank you. OaklandNewsNow.com. See ya.